Hi, are you there? Trying to see how you can lock me in into the stuff because I find it difficult to actually navigate through the space.
Please stop. Assalamualaikum everyone. I'm Nahil Forest Valley and I'm delighted to be your host for today's session. I'm from Karachi, Pakistan. It's my pleasure to introduce our distinguished guest of honor, a multi-talented individual whose contribution span across various fields. Please join me in welcoming Ifure, also known as Good News Wilson. In today's conversation, we are going to dive deep into Ifure life journey, exploring the experiences, insights, and wisdom that have shaped their remarkable path. From being a virtual assistant of Busy CEO and sharing this expertise, business skills, data analysis, and expert in customer support to sharing their experience as a freelancer coach. Has a diverse and inspiring story to tell. Without further ado, let's embark on this insightful journey and get to know more about the person behind these impressive accomplishments. Welcome to the interview. We are truly honored to have you here. How are you?
Thank you very much, Manahai. I'm good. How about you?
I'm also good. So now let's move on to questions. My first question is, can you tell us more about your experience as a virtual assistant of BZ, CEO and business? What kind of tasks have you handled in this role?
Okay, as a tech savvy virtual administrative assistant, I've been able to give support to top CEOs in managing their calendars and also in appointment setting, doing video and audio transcription, and of course data entering of data in the spreadsheet, and doing some basic analysis depending on the clients. And of course, I'm not also limited to customer support. I give support to customers via live chats,
All right,
attending
that's
to
great.
customers issues
Yeah, yeah.
and trying as much as possible to of course clear so many tickets that comes. I've been able to clear so far. My daily routine, I clear as much as not less than 500 tickets, depending on how voluminous customers we have on our sites. So try to give support. I try as much as possible to assist clients and also give them support via live chats. Ensure that I resolve their challenges and troubleshoot their issues in a timely manner.
Thank you so much for your answer. So, my second question is, how do you ensure effective communication and collaboration with busy CEOs and business while working remotely as a virtual assistant?
Okay, it is important to of course maintain a collaborative mindset. I collaborate with my team members and of course my boss. It is important to keep communications afloat because one of the key skills that a VA should have is communication skill. And if you don't have that, you're lacking behind because you should be able to communicate with your clients, collaborate, and then tell issues. If you're not able to sort out any problem or challenges or the tasks you're being delegated to on time, you should be able to communicate and like, okay, fine, can you please extend or maybe in 2 days, or can you extend the task duration for me in 1 hour? I'll ensure to sort it out. And that's the basic because communication you should prioritize as a VA. It is important to prioritize communication with your team and even your clients.
All right, thank you so much for your answer. That's great. So, my second question is, as a data analyst, what techniques or tools do you often use to analyze and interpret data. Can you share an example of complex data analysis projects you worked on?
Okay, as a data analyst, I remember that recently my organization that I worked with, we needed to know the staff performance, the staff in the industry that is doing well in a month. So that's when I hopped in. So I used Excel to analyze the data, and then of course visualize the data. And I was at the end of the day, I was able to do some calculation using some functions like VLOOKUP, some if, and of course also design my Excel dashboard. I'm also limited to Power BI. I use Power BI as my visualization tool as well to visualize my data and give my organization an informed decision. So far I've worked with two data sets. I worked with COVID-19 data set, try to analyze the data. The year the prevalence was high, and of course the impact on the society as at the time, the month, and of course the months we had the high prevalence and the months we had low.
All right. My second question is data
Um,
security and privacy are critical when dealing with sensitive information. How do you ensure that the data you work with remains secure and confidential?
Hi, can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Um, I don't know if you can hear
Hello,
me.
ma'am. Can you hear me? You?
Can you hear me?
Uh, yeah, I can
Um,
hear you. Can you hear me?
okay. So what's the question?
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, I can
Can
hear
you?
you.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
So
can you
my
hear
question
me?
is, yeah, my question is, data security and privacy are critical when dealing with sensitive information. How do you ensure that the data you work with remains secure and confidential?
Okay. I ensure data accuracy by limiting who has access to the data. You know, in Excel, you can limit who has access to data by securing the data, protecting the data. And of course, and there's also what we call encryption. You can encrypt your data from both end, my end and then your end, to ensure that you limit who has access to the data.
Hmm.
So I use data encryption, and of course I limit
All right. Thank you so much, ma'am, for explanation.
access control. Okay, try as much as possible to um
Can I ask next question?
okay, go ahead. Try as much as possible to.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. I'm just taking notes because I don't know whether the internet click is from your side or it's from my end. So
Okay, okay. So now my next question is customer support is essential for maintaining client satisfaction. Could you discuss your approach to providing excellent customer support, especially in virtual setting?
that's just some of this essential for maintaining client satisfaction. Your approach to providing excellent customer. Okay, one of my approach I enjoy. Um, okay, let's say I am empathetic. I choose to be empathetic with my customer because most time clients reach out with their challenges and their issue. What you should do is attention. I give them attention, they air out their challenges, their frustration, and then my empathetic approach, I use it to resolve their issues. Oops. Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Thank you
I
so
can
much,
hear
ma'am.
you.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for your answer. So my next question is, as a freelance coach, what motivated you to help others in their freelancing journey? Could you share success story of a freelance coaching client or assisted?
Can you come again with your question?
Okay, my next question is, as a freelancer coach, what motivated you to help others in their freelancing journey? Could you share success story of a freelancer coaching client you be assisted?
Okay, as a freelance coach, what actually motivated me, I learned from my own experience because I know that in as much as we are in a technology age, there are a lot of people that are limited to information, and mostly the youth now tends to follow up on some gossip kind of trends on social media instead of looking up to people with potentials, pages with potentials to follow. So I started doing campaign because I know what it means for you to be in a situation where you understand nothing, and maybe you're asked to showcase your skill. You have nothing to showcase to the society. So, or maybe your organization or agency that is looking forward to hire you. One of the things that actually made me to motivated me to go into freelance coach was when I asked one of my friends to help me enter some data using Google Sheets. So, and then I would like us to work together with these data sets, collaborate. And I was looked at like, I was just being looked at like I'm saying or creating a movie. Like, you don't understand what I'm saying, you don't even know how to go about it. Okay. And another instance was like, okay, please could you share me your video using Google Drive? I need you to share me your, don't send me a direct video using email. Please kindly share your video using Google Drive. And somebody was like, how do I share my video using Google Drive? So all these things power me up to like, okay, I think there are some people that have limited knowledge about how the world revolved around technology now. So I take it upon myself to say, look, you have to study, look, you have to upskill. Look, you have every right to study, and then there are resources all over the internet you could use to learn. We have the video bank of sort of a kind of a university, which is YouTube, because I utilize YouTube so much, Coursera, HubSpot, and stuff. So I thought them, oh, you see, we have to hop in and then learn. Is you have to practice it, even if it will seem like there are times that you feel overwhelmed. That's time you feel like you give up. You don't have to give up. You just have to pursue. So these are one of the stuff that motivated me to go into freelancing. And so far, I've been able to, because I just started of recent, I've been able to coach over 200 freelancers, and most of them that I know, their typing speed is okay, because I tell them, look, if you want to go into, because most of them say they want to go into data entry, I say, as a data entry specialist or clerk, one of the skill you should have is typing speed, accuracy, and of course, other skill that's would make one become a data entry expert. So I try to give them, because whenever I mention a particular skill set you should acquire, I try to link you up to the resources you use to learn. I tell them, okay, there is monkey test, use monkey test, practice it, practice the typing, try to see how you can type and perfect and master your keyboard. And of course, before you know, you perfect typing, and then move into how you can enter data, do some basic work with some basic functions and formula, like some average, maximum, minimum, and then that's it. It's not a big deal.
That's great. I like so much. So my next question is, with the first pass nature of technology of and business, how do you keep yourself updated with the latest trends and tools in your fields?
Okay, I constantly upskill, consistently upskilling. I upskill. I try to follow some page that has to do with my industry, and see the latest tools and the trends in the industry, because one of the things that a freelancer should look out to is information and the trends. We are already in a technology age, so I try as much as possible to evolve as the world evolve around technology. So I upskill. I learn on some technologies. I try as much as possible to, in a month, okay, one of the stuff I was trying to master, yeah, last month was CapCut for video editing. So I see that as a freelancer, and of course, as a virtual assistant, most clients would want you to help them with content creation ideas. So one of the things you should do is video editing. So it is important, because I had a friend that client reached out, so please, they need the video editor, someone that can work with Facebook Reels, Instagram, and all those kind of video creation platform, TikTok. And then of course she got the job, because the client was like, okay, I need to see some of your videos you've created before, to ensure that you can actually deliver on my job. And good enough, she had videos that she created with reels and I edited with reels. So that gave her the opportunity, and she was hired for the position. So as a freelancer and as an individual person, it is important for you to upskill. I can remember, is it 2 days ago or about a day ago, I posted a stuff about social media scheduling. And somebody asked, one of my friend on my social media space asked, please, can you give me a clue about how this thing works, because I missed out on my post. I am unable to do my post. Most times I have a content idea, but I forget, because as at the time I want to post, the stuff might have run out. So I now say, okay, fine. So why don't you use Bova? I use Bova to work for my clients. So if you have a content idea, you can schedule it. Just hopping into the platform, the app, schedule your stuff, write it, caption to, and set the social media platform that you want to post. Schedule your post for LinkedIn, Facebook, and then the time. When it is time, it will appear on your social media platform. So that's it.
All right, that's great. Thank you so much for your answer. So now let's move on to next
Thank
question.
you.
My next question is, problem solving skills are crucial in your roles. Can you share an instance where you encountered a challenging situation and how you approach and resolve it?
Okay, one of the um one of the problem I helped my agency resolve of recent is project and tax management tool. Of course, that's another platform. When I hopped into the agency, I noticed that they were collecting data via spreadsheets, Excel spreadsheets. Can you hear me? So I noticed that they were collecting data yeah uh, via Udemy. Sorry, they were collecting data into the spreadsheet, like getting information and then trying to type it and trying to delegate the tax. You are the one to handle this tax, and then all the time they were looking for someone. Who is this person? Please call this person. So I noticed that it is time draining. Come on, we're in a technology age and we have tax and project management tool. So I introduced it to my organization. I said, look, we can work with Trello, we can work with Asana, we can work with Monday.com, and we can work with ClickUp. All depends on the one you want to go to. So now let's do away from this manual input of us trying to be running after looking for who to handle a particular task, who was this task delegated to, and where has this person stopped in the project. So now, like, okay, fine, let's hop into Trello and create a board, a project. And now with this board, we have team members that we work with. Let's collaborate. We have everyone assign their tasks to. By this action, you will not have to be calling someone. You will see where they are in their tasks. Look, delegate a task. If you need people for the marketing department, okay, this is marketing department. Who is responsible to do the reach on Facebook, the campaign on Facebook? You assign tasks to some and task was assigned. Now on LinkedIn, who is responsible for the LinkedIn campaign? A task was assigned. And then, of course, by doing this, I noticed that even my boss was more than excited because with a glance, you see where any of your staff is. With just a glance, checking, you will know, oh, so this person is already doing, because with Trello, with project and task management tools, you have you can see your to do, doing, done, or review. So you will not have to, like, where are you in this project, or calling somebody, you are being drained out. Why are you not in this thing? So with just a glance, you see, oh, Manahai, you were responsible to do Facebook campaign or interview with some leads on Facebook. Okay, now you've updated that, you're doing it, and then you're almost done with this stuff, and that's fine. So I introduced a task management tool, and with that, we're able to keep track and monitor um individuals progress with tasks that was being delegated to them.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You sure?
Okay, alright. My last question is, what advice would you give to someone aspiring to become a successful virtual assistant, data analyst, and freelance coach?
The the advice I would give out is upskill. Try as much as possible to be expert in skills that you feel that it's okay, like you're niching down. Like me, I'm a virtual administrative assistant. So try as much as possible to follow the industry trend. As a data analyst, try as much as possible to work and then follow the trends and then try also to AI is coming, artificial intelligence is coming to stay, and don't be afraid. Try to see how you can leverage your skill with that of AI to work, and then of course give an optimal operation to your agency. Because I had a friend that is a content writer, and she was to have an interview on with our clients, and she reached out to me saying, look, it feels that I don't really know content, what to create and stuff anymore. And I'm like, look at you. It's something that you could do with just typing with the right prompts. Okay, that's what I use. I said with the right prompts, you can generate series of contents, contents with AI. So you should be able to give the right prompt and get the right answer. So you try, I said, I would say and advise, try in as much as you're upskilling, try to also leverage your skill with AI, because AI has come to stay and it's not going anytime soon.
Wonderful message. So, ma'am, it has been an absolute pleasure having you here and listening to your incredible journey. Your insights into the world of virtual assistant, data analytics, customer support, and freelance coaching have been truly enlightening. Your dedication to excellence and your passion for helping others is truly inspiring. As we come to the end of conversation, I want to thank you for your for sharing your valuable time, experience, and wait. Please mute your mic. Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, I want to share your valuable time, experiences, and wisdom with us. Your story serves as a testament to the power and determination, continuous learning, and embracing new challenges. To our audience, I hope to we gain as much from this interview as I have. Mrs. Ifure has shed light on diverse roles that we mastered and the valuable lessons you will learn along the way. Before we conclude, Miss Ifure, is there any financial piece of advice and mantra or a message that you'd like to share with your viewers, especially those inspiring to make their mark in the fields of excel in? Unmute your mic, please.
Hi, Manahayu. Can you please recap? I didn't get your last question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much once again for gracing with your presence and insights. Your story will adaptedly motivate and guidance when you're on their own journeys and to our viewers. Thank you for joining us today. Until next time, stay inspired and keep striving of it for excellence. Thank you so much, ma'am. Have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you. Bye. Bye.